She said, "I don't trust men," but the single dad only held her hand all night. The first time Maya said, "I don't trust men," it was with blood on her lip and mascara smeared across her cheekbones, crouched behind the steering wheel of her beat-up Corolla in a gas station parking lot at 2:47 a.m. The last time she said it, before everything changed, was on a train platform, barefoot, shivering, and trying not to cry. That night, the rain didn't just fall, it collapsed, as if the sky had finally given up trying to hold anything in. Much like her. Every drop seemed to hammer home the same truth she'd known for years but never quite said out loud: she was done. Done pretending. Done hoping. Done opening doors just to be let down or hurt. She wasn't angry anymore. Just tired. Tired of the games. Tired of nice guys turning dark the moment they didn't get what they wanted. Tired of men who smiled in daylight and vanished at midnight. Her heels were in her hand, her purse was soaked through, and her soul, well, that was the heaviest thing she carried. Cloud with rain. If you believe in kindness, if you believe in healing, love, and second chances, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to Echoes of Life. Your support helps bring stories like these to life and offer hope to someone who might be silently hurting today. Maya wasn't supposed to be out that night. She'd promised herself a break from dating. But loneliness has a strange way of convincing you to gamble, especially when memories creep in like fog. His name was James, and on paper, he was perfect, successful, charming, good with words. But after dinner, his hands got too eager, his jokes too sharp, and when she pulled away, the mask cracked. "You're damaged, you know that," he hissed before storming off, leaving her standing in front of the hotel elevator, humiliated. As the doors closed behind him, she whispered the words like a resignation letter to the universe: "I don't trust men. I never should have tried again." So she ran. Not home. Just away. Away from the lies, the flashbacks, the memory of her ex-fiancé raising his voice in public or punching walls when she didn't agree. Away from the boyfriends who'd said, "Just give me a chance," but only meant, "Let me take what I want." She ran until her feet blistered, the city blurred, and she landed, soaking and silent, on the old wooden bench outside the train station, the last place she thought anyone would see her fall apart. But someone did. He looked like a painting, framed by rain, backlit by soft yellow streetlights, carrying a small child bundled in a dinosaur-printed blanket. One arm around the boy, the other clutching a tattered red balloon. His jeans were cuffed, his sneakers were muddy, and his coat hung off one shoulder like he'd dressed in a hurry. He looked tired but grounded, like a man who carried burdens without bitterness. Their eyes met briefly, hers filled with unshed tears, his calm and curious. He said nothing. Just nodded. Then he sat on the opposite side of the bench, shifting his child gently in his lap, as if the world hadn't just cracked open for the woman beside him. His name, she'd learn later, was Ethan. The train was delayed. She thought he'd leave. But he didn't. He just sat there, rubbing small circles on the child's back, whispering lullabies, occasionally humming a melody she didn't recognize. For 40 minutes, not a word passed between them. Maya had always hated silence, but this silence wasn't heavy. It didn't ask anything of her. It just was. It was a silence you could breathe in. Eventually, his child began to stir, soft whimpers, shifting legs, a tiny fist rubbing his eyes. Without thinking, Maya reached into her purse and offered a small pack of cookies. Ethan looked over, surprised but grateful. "Thank you," he said, barely above a whisper. And that was all. No questions. No assumptions. Just gratitude. The boy smiled at her, one of those gummy, sleepy smiles children give when they trust someone instantly, and Maya felt something tighten in her chest. An hour passed. The bench was soaked. Her clothes clung to her skin like sadness that wouldn't dry. Seeing her shiver, Ethan removed his coat, slowly, like someone who had learned to never startle, and offered it to her. She hesitated. But something in his eyes, steady, kind, no trace of expectation, made her take it. The fabric was warm and smelled like baby shampoo, pine trees, and safety. She didn't expect him to reach for her hand. But he did. And yet, he didn't pull. He didn't lean in. He didn't look at her the way most men did, hungry, assessing. He just held it. A gentle hold. Like one does at a funeral, or after a long illness, or when there's nothing left to say. That moment, Maya didn't cry. She didn't speak. She didn't move. But her heart, her weary, scarred, tired heart, made the smallest sound. A whisper. A flutter. A maybe. She saw him again the next week. Coincidence, or fate, led her to the library, where Oliver, that was the boy's name, was giggling over a pop-up book about dragons. Ethan looked up, surprised but genuinely happy to see her. This time, they talked. Just a little. Books. Rain. Parenting. Trauma. He didn't pry. He just shared. He told her about his wife, Lucy, who died 3 years ago from breast cancer, and how he'd built his world around Oliver since then. How dating felt impossible because no one wanted a man with baggage. Maya smiled at that. She understood. Too well. One meeting turned into 2. Then into weekend coffee dates. Farmers markets. Walks in the park. Sometimes with Oliver, sometimes just the 2 of them. And every time, Ethan showed her that love wasn't something loud or fast. It wasn't the fireworks or the rush. It was asking if she got home safe. It was remembering her favorite flavor of tea. It was pausing when she flinched. It was never making her feel small. Healing wasn't a straight road. Maya still had nightmares. She still froze at sudden touch. But Ethan never asked her to get over it. He simply said, "I'll wait. However long it takes." Then came the night that tested everything. Her ex-fiancé came back. Drunk. Angry. Pounding on her door like a demon demanding entry. Maya couldn't breathe. She called Ethan, not because she wanted a knight in shining armor, but because he made her feel safe. Ethan arrived within minutes, not with fists, but with presence. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't threaten. He simply stepped between her and the man and said, "Leave. You have no right to be here." And for once, someone listened. That night, she broke down. Fully. Ugly, snotty, chest-heaving sobs on her apartment floor. Ethan didn't try to fix it. He didn't tell her she was strong. He didn't say, "You'll be okay." He just sat. And held her hand. All night. That was the moment everything shifted. When love, for Maya, stopped being a word she feared and started being something she could feel again. Weeks later, at the beach with Oliver building sandcastles nearby, Maya whispered, "I don't trust men." Ethan looked at her, not hurt, not offended. Just listening. She smiled, touching his hand. "But I trust you." If this story touched your heart, even a little, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Echoes of Life. These stories matter, and someone out there may need this reminder that love can still be gentle. Speech Balloon, we'd love to hear from you. Has someone ever shown you kindness that changed your life? Drop your story in the comments, we read every one of them. Your voice matters.